This is January 4th, 2011. I'm Courtney Engel, and you're watching Streamlining Social Media, Episode 10. In the news today, we have a lot of new applications and services to kick off the new year. The first of which is Delete Me. Delete Me is an interesting application promising to delete your social media footprints across the web on services you no longer use.
Information is as good as gold online. Lately, everyone's been talking a lot about online privacy. If you spend time on the internet, chances are you've seen your private information show up in some unexpected places. Or maybe you've seen a banner ad that seems to know a bit too much about your spending habits. And you've been using the internet for so long, you may find that you still have old accounts at websites you've completely forgotten about. You may have also noticed that many of these sites don't make it easy for you to cancel your account. Why do they make it so difficult? And why does it seem like these sites want to know everything about you? The answer is, your personal information is as good as gold on the internet. There are hundreds of companies whose only job is to learn as much as they can about you and get that information to as many advertisers and data collectors as possible. What can you do about it? Just say, delete me. Delete Me is a new tool that can help you remove private data from the internet. Our experts know all the ins and outs of complicated user agreements and the new privacy laws. If you find material on a website that violates your right to privacy, Delete Me will find a way to remove it, guaranteed, or your money back. Delete Me services include deleting a social networking account, removing Google search results, taking down photos, videos, or blog posts, and removing your info from person search databases. We can also stop telemarketers from calling you, and help prevent junk mail. We can even track down those old accounts you've forgotten about, and cut through the red tape designed to prevent you from canceling them. Remember, the internet never forgets, and sometimes you just need to say, delete me. From a bean.
While I still highly recommend using Delete Me to maybe cancel out a lot of the free services, the free blog places like MySpace that I certainly don't use anymore, it may still be handy to keep your account username just in case, and you never know when it might come back. So weigh the options. Also in the news, over winter break, there was a great surge in users in a website called Quora. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name correctly or not, but basically this service is an online question and answer service, and you can see here is my profile. It's exploded like crazy over break because a lot of people were taking the time to get in and answer a lot of different questions about almost anything. Do take a look at the service. What you will find that is very interesting, that separates it, I would say, from formspring.me is that in Quora, you have a lot of the tech CEOs, or not even in the tech industry, just general CEOs coming in and asking and answering questions. So, you know, if somebody poses a question about, for instance, WordPress, some of the core WordPress developers happen to be lurking in there and answering the questions. It's taking the internet by storm this week, so get in and check it out, quora.com. Next up, we have CES 2011 coming up. There's going to be a lot of tech gadgets covered this week and a lot of social media buzz from those in attendance. This is not a small ticket to get into CES, so you might not find a whole lot of people that are actually there in attendance, but what you will see is the tech coverage will be out in full force. I would expect to see a lot of different gadgets rolled out in the next few days. I would not expect any of these things to be Apple or Mac related, but if you want to get live coverage, check out live.twit.tv. Again, that address is live.twit.tv to see any live coverage on the floor. Next up, we have the Mac App Store, supposedly happening this week. Will it be January 6th, 7th, something along those lines? What's going to be different about the Mac App Store is that it's different than the iTunes App Store, meaning it's not geared for your phone or your iPad. It is geared for your Mac hardware, the rest of the Mac suite. So that looks like your laptops, maybe the Apple TV might have something in there, but check it out in the news this week. We expect to see some information coming from them. Next up, we have WordPress daily posts. WordPress has created a new area on WordPress.com called Daily Post. Dailypost.wordpress.com is setting forth the blogging challenge to blog every day this year. Check it out. Get ideas and inspiration there. Next neat service that I came across is Facto. Facto.me/Courtney Engel is my account. Facto.me/Courtney Engel. This is an interesting little site to post random facts about yourself and see if other people are shocked, stunned, interested, curious. If you just think, hey, this is something unique that I do, head over to Facto.me and they'll allow you to be able to share it out to Twitter and Facebook and all around the web. Just makes interesting content. Also in the news, we have Dig versus Reddit. The stats are out for the past year, and it looks as though Reddit went up 230% in overall traffic when Dig set forth its revamping structure. So check out Dig versus Reddit. That was an article I came across on Mashable. Next service that I came across was one for showing off. It's called Montage, and it's by Microsoft, but it shows off similar to a newspaper form, kind of like Paperly, but a little bit different. It lets you lay out the articles and the type of feed content that comes into this. So I created a basic WordPress montage. That's montagepages.fuselabs.com. And in that, you would see that you could set up, for instance, you could have information coming in from Twitter and all kinds of services. It does not update as often as services like Paperly. So I'm not as much a fan, really, of Montage, typical for my reviews of Microsoft products. But overall, I really am not that wowed or dazzled by it. But it's interesting, and you might be able to make use of it, for instance, at a conference. It updates daily, but it's okay. Paperly still wins my vote. Quickie is the next service that I'm going to take a look at. Kwiki, Quickie.com. And Quickie has, you can see here's my link to the WordPress one. It's only an alpha form set up right now, so you don't even get to sign up under a beta account. You have to have a specific invite to get into Quickie. Quickie essentially will read the Wikipedia articles to you. It lets you put in a topic and search for information based upon that topic, and it's interesting. Next up, Other Inbox. Other Inbox is kind of a cool service. Other Inbox is a way to help clean up your Gmail clutter. So if you don't make folders inside of Gmail and you want a service to just do that for you, this is a great little Firefox plugin. Check it out, otherinbox.com. This has been Streamlining Social Media, Episode 10. I'm Courtney Engel, and I will see you soon.